Welcome to Crafty Hints. I'm Chantel. Today we will be making a nice Christmas sign. I do want to give a special welcome to those of you coming over from the playlist. I do hope that you'll subscribe so that you'll see my future videos. If you haven't seen the playlist, a Domestic Diva DIY started a playlist, so it's a nice collaboration of DIYers that are adding all of their videos. But take a look at hers as well. She does a really great job. So to start, I went to the hardware store and I got a sheet of plywood. I think this one was underlayment board or something like that. It was just like sanded on one side. The other side's not super rough, but the one side is nice and sanded. And it was 2x4, so I had them cut it 4 ways. So I have 1 foot by 2 foot sections. So I have 4 signs, and I want to say it was about $5, but I have extra long, nice signs. So all I did was start with 1 coat of black spray paint. And then I laid down my vinyl. Now, this is stencil vinyl. You could definitely use contact paper or, whatever you like to stencil with. You could also use stickers. So then I just took my sponge and I dabbed that. So you don't want to go back and forth at first because it might get underneath your sticker or your stencil or whatever you're using. Once you do have a nice good coat across it, then you can end up going, with the grain of the wood and get this all painted nicely. So as you can see, this is all nice and painted. You can hardly see the stencil there. But here's the fun part. You get to pull that off. So here's the star. Just pulled that right out. And I will also include the download for the Wisemen and the star. I'll even include Mary and the nativity scene in case you'd rather do that if you want to do the whole scene. Right, just pulling the rest of that off. It comes off fairly easy. And I'm just taking a sanding sponge here and getting any edges that don't seem smooth. And you can always take a damp cloth then for any of that kind of fogs up that black there. You can wipe that. You can also take a little paintbrush if you see a little area that might not have been as crisp and clean as you'd like. So just take your paintbrush and touch that up. But this is as easy as that, and it looks like it was painted. You don't have the vinyl because the vinyl's been removed. I also took this trim. It was a 1/4 inch by 1 1/8 inch. You can get that at the hardware store as well. And I liked this because then I can make it to fit my sign. It'll give it a nice, clean, crisp, professional look. So I took my antique wax and I put some gloves on and I took a wet wipe. This one was Craft Smart. I was out of the Waverly, but I do like this Craft Smart antique wax. I think it works nicely. So with the wet wipe, I wipe it on and it helps take off the extra. You don't have to worry about a stinky smell like some stains. It works nicely. I just did that for each of them. Again, you're going to measure the top and the bottom. Make sure and cut those. And then I just fit the middle in between the two. I measured and cut those. Next, I just put some wood glue on and then a couple dots of the hot glue. Now, I put that separate. That hot glue will give it that stick so it sticks right on there quickly. And the wood glue will give it that permanent hold. I didn't even use any staples. and I put some clamps on, and that's all that is holding this together. It is hanging on my wall as we speak, so it worked well, and I've gotten several compliments already. And here it is, all clamped down. And here's our finished product. Isn't that nice? I think it turned out with a nice professional look. How much would you pay for this in a store? Gosh, Kirkland's or any of those other stores, you'd pay at least $25. So I do want to thank you again and encourage you to click on the playlist. I also encourage you to subscribe and like my video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for choosing Crafty Hints. Have a great day.